Good morning, Overall Middle School students. This is Mr. Wooley. And remember, the information contained in this video is intended to be viewed only by the students in Mr. Wooley's classroom. By watching the video, you agree that you will not record or share the video with anyone who is not a student in Mr. Wooley's classroom. Alright, this is for our real world math class. And what we're going to focus on today is percent of a number, something that we'll eventually use as we start working on sale prices, discounts, markups, that kind of stuff. But just the basics behind what's the percent of a number. If I want 50% of 20, I can always figure this out by turning that percent to a decimal and multiplying it by the number. The word of represents multiplication in many of your word problems. So 50% would be 0.50 times 20, which is 10. Now we kind of know what this is anyways, because 50% we know is half of something, and half of 20 is 10. So, all right, let's take a look at another one. If I want 30% of 90, all right, so it's going to be less than half, of course, because half of 90 would be 45, so we're going to get something smaller than that. So I make 30% to 0.30. Remember, we practiced this last week, converting from percents to decimals. Pretend there's a decimal at the end, slide it 2 spots to the left. All right, so I got 0.30 times 90, and I get 27. Now my next one here, I get 54% of 80. So a little bit more than half of 80. So it'll be a little more than 40 for my answer, of course. So I got 0.54 times 80, and I get 43.2. Now, if I was dealing with money, though, if this was a money problem, 43.2 needs to be $43.20. You have, if it is a money problem, you can't just leave 0.2. You got to put the extra 0 on the end. If I want 2% of 40, well, pretend there's a decimal on the end, slide it 2 places. Now I got 0.02 times 40. Make sure you do that 2 places, because otherwise 0.2 would not give you the right answer. 0.02 times 40, I get 0.8. And keep in mind that if this is a money problem, I'd have to slide that decimal 2 places past, because I always need to have 2 places past the decimal because money deals with hundredths. So it'd be 80 cents. All right, 1.5% of 75. Well, slide the decimal 2 places, 1, 2. So if there's a decimal here, notice how I have 0.015 times 75, and I get 1.125. Now, if this was a money problem, I'd actually have to round the nearest cent. So I can only go 2 places past the decimal, so that 5 would actually bump me up to a 3. So that'd actually be $1.13, because any money problem, you have to round the nearest hundredth for that. All right, so that's just a basic example of how we would do these percents of a number. And this is a skill that you'll use many times over the next week or two as we work on some other things like sale prices, discounts, markups, sales tax, that kind of stuff. So anyways, there is a practice for you to go ahead and try in Schoology. So good luck.